Remember the cameras, news coverage, and anticipation? Our first day walking through the doors of our gleaming new school. Our first day of high school. Our first chance at a fresh start. And the first class to go freshman through senior year at Hardin Valley Academy. Now, I want you to think of boarding a flight on an actual airplane. You're amongst a group of strangers, some traveling for business, and some for pleasure, but you're all headed to the same destination. The students before me today boarded a flight 4 years ago, coming from different schools, states, and ways of life. We began as many do, with what we could scrounge up around us and deem familiar, be it our friends or our class choices, but we all knew the unfamiliar that loomed ahead. After boarding our flight of 2012, we had the option of riding coach or first class. We may be unaware of the consequences of our actions, but each one of us chose our seat ourselves. Speaking for myself, my freshman year, I sat in coach. Just like many of you, I made poor choices, I didn't apply myself in classes, and I thought that high school was going to be fairly straightforward. Boy, was I in for a reality shock. While in flight, we've had our fair share of challenges. First, I will say that the academics of the school are killer. The standards initially set out for our academy have forbidden a lazy and laid-back course load that, unbeknownst to us, has propelled us to a higher standard than our surrounding high schools, better preparing us for what lies ahead, be it college or career, and for that, I am truly thankful. Also, we have had athletic challenges that come with being a brand new high school, but with hard work and perseverance, the athletes of the school have risen above the obstacles before them by beating rivals, making a name for the Hawks, and even winning district, region, and state titles. In addition, we've had our fair share of emotional challenges. We have had family struggles, serious accidents, and we've even lost members of our own student body. But through it all, we banded together to show our love and our support for one another, like a family. I see this graduation ceremony as a big Southern family reunion, so we have to reflect on the funny and good times that we've had together before we go our separate ways. I think we can all remember when we had a backpack drive and the Dora the Explorer backpack song was incessantly looped during every class change. Or when we didn't have a tardy policy at first, and once it was initiated, basically half the student body had Saturday school. Even with annoying occurrences like these, we can all brag about our school for beating our football rival 2 years in a row, holding a blacklight and glow-in-the-dark pep rally, and for just being all around awesome. How many seniors can speak so highly of their graduating class? Taking all this in account, we arrive at the present, the finale of our 4 years together. Left to recollect a brief token of the time that we've spent together, but you, as well as I know, that no 5-minute speech can fathom the changes that have taken place. We each have our own stories and experiences for high school, but I speak for myself, and that this abrupt flight has made me realize what is important in my life, therefore compelling me to move myself to first class. And I think in one way or another, you have all made that move, or you would not be sitting before me today. Being first class has not just powered us through high school, but will affect the rest of our lives. In 1 Timothy 4:12, it says, "Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." Meaning, even though we are fresh out of high school, we can set an example, just as we have the past 4 years, by being first-class college students, athletes, parents, citizens, wherever our lives may take us. Class of 2012, your flight has arrived, and we are now taxiing in. But in any flight you board in the future, remember the wise words of Mr. George Ashe: strap in and get your learn on, but always fly first class. Thank you.